Welcome students to online teaching program for standard 9 subject English. Myself Mrs. BJ Kulkarni from JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Today let us start with Unit 2 2.1. The name of the poem is Invictus. Invictus means unconquerable or invincible, that is, which cannot be arrested. The poem has been written by William Ernest Henley. In those days, William Henley suffered a tubercular injury that resulted in the amputation of a leg below the knee. This powerful poem was written shortly after this accident. This poem is all about showing courage to face death in life and of the will to survive with dignity in the face of severe hardships. So let us see what is the central idea of the poem. William Ernest Henley was an English poet, critic, and editor in late Victorian England. Though he wrote several books of poetry, Henley is remembered most often for his 1875 poem Invictus. Let us see what is the central idea in the poem. The poet is related to life. The central idea of the poem revolves around the poet's struggles and hardships that he had encountered at a very young age, and how, in spite of all these trials and tribulations, he fought with resilience to not only overcome them but also to develop an attitude where he believes that no matter what the situation is, he will always be in full control of his life. The poet wants to be an ardent fighter of conundrums and have a never say die attitude. In short, the poet William Ernest Henley gives us a message that it is very important to us in our lives. He is very grateful to God for whatever God has given him. God has given him an incredible soul and helped him to keep his head unbowed. The message we get from this poem is that we should always keep our heads held high and look up to God for help. He is always there to help us, to guide us, and to protect us in every possible way. The only thing is that we have to ask Him and we have to bow towards Him. We should be very much thankful to God for the life whatever He has given to us. We must be unafraid at all times, and whatever the circumstances are, whatever the punishment we have to face, we must face it with all our courage. And we should be the master of our fate and the captains of our soul. This is, in short, the central idea or the message of the poem. Let us see the first stanza. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In this stanza, the poet tells us about hardships that surrounds him, which are black and as the center of the earth. He thanks God for whatever is there in his life, because it is just like an unconquerable soul. Pit means dark, deep hole in the ground. Unconquerable means which cannot be captured or which cannot be arrested. Let us see the second stanza. In the fell clutch of circumstances, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Fell clutch means wicked, trapped. Bludgeoning means very violent beating with a club. In this stanza, the poet says that though he was a victim of wicked circumstances in his life, he has never reacted with pain nor cried aloud. Though he is suffering under the violent beatings of fate, his head is bloody but unbowed. He is having that courage to face all the difficulties, all the hardships in life. only because God is there to guide him and he has strong faith in God. Whatever situations, hardships are there in life, definitely one fine day they will go away and he will have very good life in future. Let us see the third stanza. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. Wrath means hatred or anger and sadness. Looms means appear or to hang overhead. Menace means threat. In this stanza, the poet says that beyond this world of anger and sadness in which we live, there exists the dark and unknown, which may hold more hardships for the soul. Yet, the poet further says that even there are various threats in our life, whatever may happen, whatever up and downs or difficult situation comes to life or one has to face, doesn't matter, those things will definitely disappear and they will go forever, which will not make one unafraid. So, the poet try to tells here that one must be always confident enough to face various hardships and difficulties in life. Let us see the last stanza. It matters not how straight the gate is, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Scroll means certain rules or certain laws made by people in order to lead the life ahead. In this stanza, the poet says that it does not matter how narrow or how difficult the gate to heaven is, or how many more punishments are written on the official roll of paper. The poet further says, with the utter confidence, that he is the master of his own fate and he is the captain of his life. He has the sole authority of his life. There is a homework for you, children. Read the poem carefully. Write an appreciation of the poem in about 12 to 15 sentences with the help of the following points. You are supposed to write in the paragraph format only. The points are given to you: title, name of the poet, rhyme scheme, favorite line, theme or central idea, special features, figures of speech, and the last point is why I like or dislike the poem. We have already seen in our previous poems how to write up an appreciation in a point-wise format, as well as we have seen in a paragraph format. But you are supposed to write in the paragraph format only. Write this appreciation in your homework notebook. Let us see how to write an appreciation in the paragraph format. The poet William Ernest Henley has written this beautiful poem Invictus. The poet tells us that he is not afraid of anything in life. Nothing can defeat his unconquerable soul. The poet calls himself the master of his fate and the captain of his soul. The poet is indeed very thankful for his unconquerable soul to God. He further tells us that his head may be bloody, but it will remain unbowed. This is the central idea or the theme of the poem. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB. The rhyming words are me, be, pole, soul, circumstance, chance, allowed, unbowed, tears, years, shade, unafraid, gate, fate, scroll, soul. Now, the favorite line. Every line in the poem is beautiful and full of meaning. The line which I like the most is, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. There are several figures of speech in the poem used by the poet. The one that appealed to me or I like as the pit from pole to pole. Here we have both simile as well as a repetition of words in order to attract the readers in a very pleasing way. Now the last point is why I like the poem. I like the poem because of the message that the poet gives us. We must be very grateful to God for whatever God has given us. We must learn to be like the poet, and he says that we will never bow before circumstances. We will keep our heads unbowed, whatever may be the difficulties in our life or hardships. We get this message that we should always look up to God for help. He is always there to give His blessings to us. We must stay unafraid at all the times. The special feature of the poem. The poet has made good use of rhyming words to draw the attention of the readers. The poet has used several figures of speech, such as repetition and simile, to make the poem more attractive and let the readers think or focus on the main theme of the poem. Most important is the message that we should not get scared but hold our heads high when we are in trouble and have faith in God and lead a very confident life ahead. So this was all about an appreciation. You are going to write this appreciation in your homework notebook. I hope you have understood the poem. The poem was very easy